What up, though? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Joe. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by for a few seconds. More importantly, I would like to give a big shout out to everybody out there in Texas. Man, everybody out there in Dallas and Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? I really like to thank y'all for spending a little time on the channel. Everybody out there in Germany, everybody out there in the UK, everybody overseas, everybody out there in India. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all the support. So today we got a little more paternity court for y'all. I say y'all like the content from paternity court, so I'm bringing it back for you. It's more craziness, more drama, more chaos. So I ain't gonna hold it up no more, man. I'm gonna let it speak for themselves. Here we go.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Patterson versus Knight.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Cared for your junior since birth and are furious. The defendant now claims another man is his father.
All right, now y'all check this out. Don't get me wrong. I've loved women. I've been in a situation where the paternity of a child was in question. So I get it. But at the same time, like, brother, if you not sure that this child is yours, and even if you think you sure this child is yours, just get the test. Just get the test. That's all you gotta do, bro. Just get the test. No matter what, just get the test. I understand. Look, I get it. It's an emotional time. This woman just had a baby. She is in pain. She is uncomfortable. She is exhausted. The baby exhausted, depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? There might have been complications during the birth and or pregnancy that make it so, it's hard for you to think about, something as non-immediately essential as a paternity test. But you need to think about that. You need to think about it before and after the birth. You need to think about whether or not, one, the person you with is trustworthy, and two, whether you willing or not to provide for this child, regardless of paternity. Because, I say that because if it turns out that you're not the biological father, you can still be held responsible financially for that child, especially here in the United States. Especially, I'm from Detroit. Michigan is notorious for forcing men who are not biological fathers and who, in some cases, never even, themselves admitted to fathering or claim that they intended to raise a child who was not theirs. They still can be held accountable here in Michigan. So, it's important to protect yourself in all ways that you possibly can. And the paternity test is just a very basic first step. So I suggest all men, no matter of relationship status, whether you are married, not married, but in a long-term committed relationship, just dating someone, whatever the situation, get the test. Get a test. Because in the end, it's gonna save you a lot of sleepless nights, and it may save you tens of thousands of dollars.
Is this correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Knight, you testify that even though your son has Mr. Patterson's name, it does not change the fact that you are unsure he is DeMarcus Jr.'s biological father, and another man could be. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Patterson, you testify.
Gentlemen, beware of the woman who is beautiful, intelligent, and plays dumb. Because that is exactly what we have here. This young lady clearly understands, how horrible of a thing she has done and is doing to this man. Just from the look on her face, you can tell. I am very familiar with that look. It's a partial smile, grin, shame. Like, yeah, I know what I did. And I did it because I could. And I know I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna admit it. That's what that face is saying. You gotta learn these expressions. These aren't, this is what people talk about when they talk about understanding body language and what body language actually conveys in a conversation and from a person.
You've been there since day one. Please explain.
I've been there since birth, since he came out the womb, since he entered this world. When the doctor first, held him up and finally gave him to him, I witnessed him just completely quit crying and looked me dead in my eyes. And at that moment, I knew I became someone's father. So at that moment, like all the doubts that we had before, I just knew like they were just out the window and just, it was gonna leave us a happy family, but
it didn't happen that way.
Not exactly.
And when that baby came into the world, you were there to receive him. You gave him your name.
Yes, Your Honor.
But now there's doubt as it relates to the mother. So, Ms. Knight, you contend that Mr. Patterson is not DeMarcus's biological father?
I let DeMarcus know when I got pregnant that there was a possibility that I could be pregnant by someone else.
So you were honest from the start?
From the beginning, yes.
Do you remember this conversation, Mr. Patterson?
Yes, Your Honor, in a way. When she first told me she was pregnant, that's when we was like, I guess you could say doing the house hopping thing, cause like in order
doing the what?
The house hopping thing, cause when she moved out of her parents' house, she ain't had nowhere to go, so let her live there too.
I mean, that's how we started our relationship. We were together every day since then. DeMarcus ended up cheating on me within that time.
Well, boys, there you have it. There you have it. She said it herself. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was trying to do. She was trying to hurt that young man. This is her revenge. This is a intelligent, attractive young woman. And that boy hurt her. He hurt her bad. He embarrassed and humiliated her. And this is her get back. This is the only way she could get back. Because she can't beat him up. That young man is twice the size of her. So she can't whoop him. But I can go out here and have a baby by a nigga on purpose. I can have a baby by a nigga I don't even really like and want to be with. But this nigga a goofy and he'll put a baby in me just because I ask him to. And nigga, you still gonna be with me because you belong to me. You're mine. Because that's how these young women feel. And to be honest with you, that young lady probably right too.
And basically we didn't work out at all. So I called DeMarcus to let him know, hey, I could be pregnant by Ladarius and you. And DeMarcus was like, well, I want to be with you. And that's where it went.
That day that she left, I ain't hear from her for a month or two.
So wait, you're saying she just left the house and you didn't hear from her for a month or two?
Yeah, I was supposed to pick up from work, but my grandma made me feel worse about it because she was like, she knew she was too fast for me anyways, but I'm just going by what we both know.
See now, gentlemen, that's why he is goofy number one. That is why he is goofy number one. You goofy number one. Your grandmama told you, look boy, this girl is too fast for you. Now I understand motherfuckers get a certain age and think, they grown and they got this. But, you really need to listen to your elders, especially when, they ain't got nothing but your best interest at heart. You need to listen to them people. Them people is trying to keep you from bumping your head too hard. But some lessons you just gotta learn on your own.
Where did you go? What is going on here?
I decided to leave because I wasn't over the fact that he cheated on me with this female. So yeah, I did that. But I found out I was pregnant while I was with Ladarius.
Okay, I want to go step by step because I want to understand. When you left, you ended up with Mr. Siegler.
Right.
Which is the other possible father.
Right. We ended up having protected sex that night and then we ran out of condoms, and while we were doing it, I told him, go ahead and get me pregnant. That's what I told him. And as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I called DeMarcus and let DeMarcus know, I'm pregnant right now, and it's a possibility that it's Ladarius' baby or your baby. DeMarcus told me to come home.
So you got back together with Mr. Patterson.
Because I love me.
Oh shit, see y'all, she had to catch herself. She almost told the truth. She almost told the truth. She was about to say, I love. She loved the first nigga. She loved Goofy #1. She only did what she did with Goofy #2 is because, one, she already knew this nigga. So she already trusted him. She knew that he was going to allow her to convince his dumb ass to put a baby in her so that she could hurt this boy as much as he had hurt. Period. That's all there is to it. And then, of course, when she got what she wanted, she took her ass right back home. All right, y'all, I'm going to pause there. I think I'm gonna call it a day on today's episode of Paternity Court Insanity. We gonna pick up with part 2 later. Make sure if you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate all the love. Welcome back. Hope you return. Peace.
And Ladarius were like oil and water, and we could not do it. So I told and begged DeMarcus. I didn't beg him. I said, DeMarcus, come get me. And DeMarcus pulled up in the car and was like, where's your stuff? He carried my stuff on his back and got in the car, and we went on about our way. Him knowing that I could be pregnant by somebody else, he was okay with the situation.
And at